Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be discussing about the CRM module in Odoo 16. CRM simply stands for Customer Relationship Management. The CRM module plays a vital role in businesses. Companies try to bring in new marketing methodologies to attract or bring in more customers. The CRM mainly focus on attracting or concentrating in business relationships and interactions. Odoo has one of the most prominent CRM modules that exist. Inside the CRM module, you have a lot of features including the leads, enriching leads, leads mining, opportunities, and so on. Let's dig into the module and see what are the other features existing in CRM. Okay guys, so now let's get inside the CRM module and see what all Odoo 16 provides inside the module. So here is the CRM. I'm going to open it. And once you open it, you have the pipeline right in front of you. Okay, so inside the pipeline, you have different stages, and under each stage, you have different leads which are arranged. Okay, so you have the new stage, qualified stage, proposition, one stage. And if you want to add a custom stage or if you want to add a new stage, you can simply click on this plus stage button. Okay, so you can click here and you can add the name of the stage. So I'm giving a name which is stage new. And after giving your name, you can click on the button called add. So I'm adding it. So here's the stage you have created right now. And you can simply drag and drop the lead to your stage. So here you have one. You can simply drag and drop it. Sorry, I accidentally opened it. So you can drag and drop it to the stage you created. Okay, so I'm putting it back to one stage itself. So this is how you create a new stage inside the pipeline. Okay, so this is actually the Kanban view. CRM module provides different views for the same. So you have the list view, the calendar view, the pivot view, the graph view, map view, and also the option to schedule activity. So let's go through each of the views first. So this is the Kanban view. So here under the Kanban view, you can see the leads are arranged under each stages. Okay. So here for each stage, you have the settings button as well as the quick add button. So while clicking on quick add, you can add up data under that stage. So here it will be the details of a lead. Okay. So from clicking on the plus icon, you can directly add a lead or, the details under that particular stage. Okay. So I'm not adding one right now. And here you have the settings button. If you click on that, you have the option to fold this, stage. If you fold it, it will look like this. Okay. And you can simply unfold it. And then you have the option to edit the stage. So if you click on edit stage, you can see the stage name. If it's a one stage means you can mark it. Okay. So what happens is that stage will be considered as the one stage. Then you have folded in pipeline. If you want it to be always folded in pipeline, you can simply check this. Okay. And if you want to add any sales team corresponding to the stage, you can add it from here. Simply click on the, field here and you will get the sales team. So you can choose the corresponding sales team. And if you have any kind of requirements, that is giving the requirements to a particular sales team and all, that requirement can be given here under the requirement section. So that's the editing thing which comes under each stage. I'm discarding it. And then you have the option to delete that particular stage. Okay. So for each stage, you have the settings as well as adding option. Okay. So if you want to quick add any data to corresponding stage, you can do that. And also you have settings option for each stage. Okay. So that's the Kanban view. And on top, you have the new as well as the generate lead options. So if you want to create a new one, you can simply click on create. So that also, takes you to the same, process which is appearing while you click on the plus icon, which is while you, do the quick add. So both are basically the same. Quick add and creating a new one are taking you to the same place. So you can, add the organization or contact name. So I'll add Deco edit here. So the opportunity name, the email, the phone number, and the expected revenue has come automatically. So I'm changing the expected revenue to $5,000. And here you can see the stars. So these stars are to set a priority. That is, you can set priority to each of these leads. So 3-star means it has, very high priority. 2-star means high priority, and 1-star means medium priority. So you can set priority, and based on setting this priority, you can work the, for further processes and all. So I'm setting it to high priority and clicking on add. Okay, so after adding it, you can see the count has changed, and then a new opportunity is being added. I mean, a new lead is being added. Okay, so basically what is a lead? Okay, that's the first thing which we should discuss. What is a lead? So leads can be either an inquiry, that is if you are running a business and all, you get an inquiry about your work and all, and other person, like if you have two persons, one is just an inquiry about what you are doing and all, and the other one may be a need that might be a business for you. So you will give priority to both, you will answer for both, you will give priority to both, and further you can decide which one will become an opportunity. Okay, and then a sale order, it can become a sale order. So that's the lead basically. So this is how you create a lead, and if you want to generate leads, you can simply click on generate leads here. Okay, so you can see what do you need, 3 companies or companies and their contacts, whatever you need that can be generated from here. So how much count you want also can be given from here. I'm giving 2 companies and their contacts. If you want their contacts also, you can choose it from here. Whatever is your need, you can choose accordingly. So I'm choosing company, let it be company, and the countries, from which all countries, okay, that can be chosen from here. So I've chosen United States, and let's choose Albania. Okay, so whatever you want, you can choose it from the drop down here. Then you have the states here. So let's add some states. Okay, and you have the industries here. So what industry? Consumer, bank and insurance, retailing. Okay, so you have a lot of industries. What kind of industries you want, you can choose. So I've chosen media, and then I'm choosing bank and insurance. So if you want to filter on size, you can simply check it, and the size can be given from here. That is from 1 to 1000 employees. Whatever the size you need, you can simply choose it from here. So I'll give 200, 1 to 200 employees. That should be the size of the companies which I'm looking for. And then you have the sales team here. You can choose the sales team, the salesperson, and also you have the option to add default tags here. So these tags and all are created under the configuration. We'll go to that later. So you can choose the tag here. So I'm adding product and information. So that's the tags. And then you can click on generate leads. Okay. Okay. So for this, you need credits. Okay. For this, you need credits. If you have credits, you can, you have the option to generate leads. So this is how you basically generate leads. As you can see, you don't have enough credits to submit this request. Buy credits. If you want, you can buy credits. And then after providing all the details needed, you can simply click on generate leads. So I'm cancelling it. So those are the main options which comes under the Kanban view of the pipeline. And then you have filters, group by, and favorites. So I'm not going much detailed into the favorites option because it's common everywhere. So let it be there. You have group by option. So currently this thing is filtered based on my pipeline. Close it. Okay. You have all the, leads. Okay. Not only yours, you can see other people's as well. Then you have the option to see unassigned ones. So if any of them are unassigned, you can see that there are none. Then you have my assigned partners. If you have any assigned partners, you can see that. Then you have open opportunities. So the opportunities which are open can be seen. Okay, so you have these much open opportunities. Okay. Then you have the unread messages. You can see the unread messages here. Then you have the date here, that is the creation date as well as the close date. So based on that also you can filter this data. Then you have the one and the lost ones. So you have that, option to see the one opportunities as well as the lost ones. Okay, so that can be seen. And then you have the archived ones as well as the add custom filter. So those are the main things which comes under filters. Then you have the group by option. So under group by, you have the salesperson, sales team. That is, if I choose salesperson means it will be grouped based on salesperson. You can see Mark Demo as well as Michelle Edmond, and that, amount and all can be seen here. You can see 90,000 and on the other hand, you can see 235K. Okay. So this is grouped based on salesperson. Now you have the option to, group it based on sales team. Similarly, you have the option to group it based on stage, assigned partner, city, country, lost reason, company, campaign, medium, source, and you have the date section. Okay, so based on the dates, you can filter it. Okay, so those are the filters as well as the group by. So that's all about the pipeline, which is in Kanban view. Now let's go to the next view, which is the list view. So inside the list view also, you can see the same, but in a different kind of view. That's what differs in the views, right? So here you have the opportunity, contact, email, phone, company, salesperson, and so on. Okay, so here also you have the option to create a new one. So here it will be like a form view. Okay, so inside this you can give the name. So I'm giving the same name as shown, which is product pricing. So if it's an inquiry and all, it can be like product pricing, just inquiring about the pricing of different products. Okay, so the expected revenue, that is, you can put the expected revenue if it, if it's in one state, how much revenue are you expecting from this particular lead? So I'm putting 1000 and at the probability. So this is the probability, this will be calculated automatically. Okay, the probability of winning. Okay, so this is the customer. So you can choose the customer. Okay, so I'll choose Abigail Peterson. Then you have the salesperson and also the expected closing. So when are you expecting the closing date? That date can be given here. Okay, so I'm giving a date. And here you have the stars. As I said before, you can set the priority here. So I'm setting it to very high priority. Then here you have the option to add tags. So I'm adding tags like information and software. Let it be software. Yeah, software, sorry. And then you have the option to add the phone number corresponding to this person. So while I've entered Abigail as the customer, the email has come automatically. So inside, for Abigail, phone number is not mentioned. That's the reason why phone number has not come here. So if you want, you can add it. And in Odoo 16, we have the option to add property. So this was not there in the previous version. So if you just click on add property, you can add a custom field. So I'm giving the field to address. Let it be address. Okay, so address, and you can choose what kind of field it should be. What type of field it should be. So currently it's in text. By default, it's in text. If you want checkbox, integer, decimal, date and time, selection, tags, many to one, many to many, whichever type of field it should be, you can choose it from here. So I'm choosing text itself. Okay, and if you want any default value to be shown there, you can set that default value here. So I don't want any kind of default value because address differs always, right? Address won't be the same for everyone. So I'll add address like ABC building, London or something. So I'm adding some random address. Okay, so that's done. So this is how you add a custom field. So you can add how much you want. Okay, there's no limit and all. Again, you can see add a property. You can simply add property. You can change the field type to integer or whatever it is. I'm adding checkbox. Default stage, you can add it. So I'm simply giving demo. Okay, so as you can see, demo, it's checked. By default, it will be checked. So you can add properties like this. Okay, so this is actually a new feature. And then you have the internal notes. So if you want, or if you have any kind of internal notes, you can add that here. Then you have the extra information and also the assigned partner. So assigned partner, the geolocation will be calculated automatically, and the automatic assignment is also shown there. So if you want to assign partner, you can simply add partner here, automatic assignment, and send email is there. And you have the extra information where you have the contact information, that is the company name, okay, the address and all, and you have the contact name, which is Abigail Peterson. It's actually an individual. Okay, so the title can be given like Miss Madam and all, how you are going to address that person. Then you have the job position of Abigail Peterson, mobile and all, and under marketing you have the campaign, medium, source, and referred by. So if this is a name that keeps you help track of your different campaign efforts, that's campaigning. Then you have medium, that is the method of delivery. Okay, how it came through, postcard, email, or banner ID, whatever it is. Then you have the source, that is the source of the link. And then you have the referred by, that you can give the name of the person who referred this to you. And you have the tracking where you have company, sales team, days to assign and days to close. So this is, the things which comes under the creation inside the list view. And on top, you have the new quotation. That is, if you want to convert this to a quotation, you can simply click on new quotation. And if you want to convert it to a rental order, you can simply click on new rental. And you have the option to mark it as 1, lost, and also enrich. So if you mark it as 1, you can see the ribbon has come, which is 1. You can change the state to lost also. So if it's lost, means you have to mention the lost reason, why you lost that. So you have some reasons. These reasons and all we set inside the configuration. As I said before, let's go through the configuration and then you'll get an idea from where these things are coming from. So this is the lost reasons. So you have too expensive, we don't have people, skills, not enough stock. So you will put some random reason. So this will change to lost. Okay. And if you want to restore it, you have the option to do that as well. Okay. So, you have smart tabs here, which is meeting, quotations and rentals. So corresponding to this, you can see the count of the meeting, quotations and rentals. So clicking on new quotation creates a new quotation. So click on that. You can see the details and all have come and the products can be added from here. Okay. And then confirming it makes it a quotation. So I hope you guys know how to create a quotation. So I'm not moving much deeper into quotation creation and all. Now let's go back to that product pricing. You have the option to convert this to a new rental. So I'm clicking on new rental. Okay. So, this is the rental order. Here also you can add the product in the order lines. So that also I'm not going much detail. So these are the possible things which you can do while you create a lead inside the list view. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so that's it. And under filter and group by, you have the same things which we saw in the Kanban view. So I'm not repeating it again. Then you have the calendar view. Okay, so under calendar view, you can see the, leads based on the month, day, week and year. So that can be chosen from here. Here you can see month. You can view it based on a day. So as you can see, then you have the option to view it based on a week. Okay, so for one particular week, which all things are coming, you can see that. Then you have the month. Okay, month can be seen. Then you have year. So you have these much options. Okay, so this is on an annual basis. You can see for 2 months you have March and April, and this color represents the different salesperson that can be seen here. And here you have the customer. You can choose different customers from here. And if you don't want to see any data from Deco Edit, you can simply uncheck it. Okay. And if you want to see the data, you can simply check it. Okay. So these are the things which comes under the calendar view. And you have the option to see the previous years as well as next years from here. Now, if you have chosen month, means you can see the previous months and next months. Day means yesterday's and tomorrow's. Likewise, you can see it. And if you want to see today's results, means you can simply click on today there. Okay. So those are the things here. Then you have the pivot view. So go to the pivot view. So this is actually a table-like view. You can see the total. You have the different stages, the dates, that is different months here. If you want to add measures, you can add it. So under each stage, you can see expected revenues only. So if you want to add measure, you can simply, click on this, any measure you want. So I'm adding expected MRR. So, along with the expected revenue, expected MRR is also being added under each stage. Okay, so you can add it accordingly. Then you have the option to add this or insert this into a spreadsheet. So simply click on insert in spreadsheet. And then you can either choose a blank spreadsheet or you can add it to an existing spreadsheet. So I'm going to, add to a blank spreadsheet. So from here, you can choose the options and simply click on confirm. So you can see new spreadsheet created in documents and here is your data. Okay, the pivot table has been completely added to the spreadsheet. So let's go back to pipeline. Okay, so this is basically how you add it to the, that is insert it into the spreadsheet. So it's loading. Let's wait for it to get loaded. Okay. Now here you have three icons. One is to flip axis. You can flip the axis, okay? And then you have the option to expand all. If it's not, you can expand it. And also you have the option to download the XLSX file of the same. Okay, so that's the pivot view. Then you have the graph view. So under the graph view, you have three kinds of graph, which is the line chart, pie chart, and bar chart. You can get the stacked view and also the cumulative view. You can see the ascending as well as the descending order. Let's see how. So this is the bar chart. Okay, so you can see two salesperson and the stages and all can be seen here. Measures can be added from here. So currently it's showing the count. Okay, so here you have the line chart of the same and you have the pie chart. Okay, so if you go back to line and bar chart, you have the cumulative view, ascending and descending view, and another bar chart also you have the same, which is ascending, descending and stacked view. Okay, so that's the graphical representation, which is the graph view. Then you have, so before going to the next view, you have the option to insert this also into spreadsheet. Okay, then you have the map view. So this is the map view. So under map view, you have the option to see the location wise things. If you can simply drag your mouse. Okay, so here you can see results. See, on the right side, you can see the pipeline and different leads. Okay, then you have the option to view this in Google Maps. So clicking on view in Google Maps allow you to see this thing inside the Google Map. Then you have filters, group by and all. That's all about the map view. Then you have the option to schedule activity. Okay, so here you can see the scheduled activities. If you want to schedule a new one, wherever you want. So here under the customizable desk, I'm adding a meeting. Okay, so this is the activity type. So from here, if you want, you can change the activity type. Okay, and then you can give a summary. So the summary, I'm giving it as new meeting. If you want to open calendar, you can do that. Done and scheduled means then you can do that. If you want to mark it as done, do that. And if you want to discard it, you can do that. So I'm clicking on open calendar. Okay, as you can see, it's done. So it's scheduled for today. That's the reason why it's in yellow color. So the color represents different things, as you all know. Yellow means present, then green means which is scheduled for future, and red means it's already past. Okay, so that's the activity. So these are the different views which comes under the pipeline. Okay, then let's go back to the Kanban view. And let's go on to the other menus which are available. So here you have three menus, which are the sales, reporting and configuration. So under sales, you have my pipeline. So that's the first view. That is the very first thing which you see once you open the CRM module. Okay, that's what we saw because it's filtered as my pipeline. So I'm not repeating that again. Then you have my activities. So you can see the activities which are scheduled for you. Okay, so you can see corresponding to each opportunity what all activities are scheduled. The deadline and all will be detailed here. Okay, as you can see, for VP chairs, you have 2 days ago. Your deadline was 2 days ago, which was a mail. Then you have a call to get tomorrow. You can see different colors. Okay, so that's the activities. Then you have my quotations. Okay, the quotations that you have generated that can be seen here. So these are the quotations. If you want to add a new one, means you can simply click on new and create quotation. So you all know how to create a quotation. Now I'm not showing you how to create a quotation because we have previous videos. You may refer it. Okay. Then you have the option to add teams. So there's teams. I'm opening it, and here you can see the analysis of different sales teams. You have sales as well as pre-sales, which are 2 teams, and under each team you can see the graphical analysis. Okay, you have the date range and you can see how many opportunities are open for that team that is corresponding to that team. Each thing will be shown. You have 10 open opportunities, 6 quotations, 24 orders to invoice. If you just open that, you can see the 10 open opportunities. So it's loading. Let's wait. You can see these are the opportunities which are open. Okay. So let's go back. Similarly, you can see the other things as well, which are the 6 quotations, 24 orders are to be invoiced. And then you have the other one. If you want to view this in pipeline, simply click on pipeline here. And here you have invoicing. You have a target here. Okay, and how much you've achieved, that can be seen here. So currently the target is 250K for sales and they've achieved nothing. Same is the case of pre-sales. So that's the teams. And then you have customers. So under customers, you can see the customers which are there in your system. And then you have the option to add new customer. So this is the customer creation form. So it can either be an individual or a company. Okay, then you can add the name of the customer, the contact and all. So we've actually done this before. Let's create a new customer. So I'm adding Joy. Okay, and it's actually an individual. So I'm planning to add him under the company, which is Gemini Furniture. And there comes the contact details and all of the company. And then you have the option to add the job position here. Phone number, mobile number, email, website, the title, that is how you are going to address that person, the language and the tags. Then you have the option to add contacts and addresses corresponding to this contact. So you have the option to add multiple addresses here, as you can see. Okay, so I'm saving it and closing it. If you want to add multiple addresses, you can simply click on add button and add again. Okay, then you have the sales and purchase tab. So this data and all will be taken from the parent company. Okay, so under sales, you have the salesperson, payment terms, the price lists are managed on the parent company as written there. And then you have the delivery method and all. Now here you have the purchase terms where you have the option, which are like purchase terms, 1099 box, payment method, receipt reminder, supplier currency. You have fiscal information, point of sale, and miscellaneous option under sales and purchase. Then you have the accounting. So it will take the parent company's accounting related settings. You have the internal notes. You can mention the internal notes here. Partner assignment, which is the partner activation, partner review, geolocation. Okay. Then you have the membership. So this is actually related to the members module. We have videos on all these things. You can refer to that. Okay, so that's the customer creation. I'm not talking about the customer creation in detail because we've done it before. So that's how you create a customer here in CRM. So customer creation is almost everywhere, right? You have seen that in sales, purchase and all. In case of purchase, it might be a vendor. So here in CRM also, you have the option to create a customer. You can see the other customers as well. Okay, now let's go back. It's loading. Let's wait. Okay, so that's the sales menu. Then you have the reporting menu. So under reporting also, as sub menus, you have forecast, pipeline, leads, activities and partnership. Okay, so first let's go to forecast. So this is the forecast. So under the reporting for forecast also, you have the graph view, Kanban view and pivot view. One more view is there, sorry, it's list view. Okay, so you have 4 views for the forecast. Okay, so if you go to the Kanban view, you can see the filters. So you have upcoming closings, my pipeline and expected closing that month. So here you have none for the month March, April, May and June. Okay, if you want to add next month, you can simply click on add here. You have the opportunities which are 1. Okay, which are on 1 state. Okay, and which are for the month May, for April, March, everything can be seen here. So this is reporting. So it gives you an analysis of the, forecast. Then you have the graph of the same, the graph. So this is the bar chart. You have the expected closing here and under measure, if you check, this is the prorated revenue. Okay, then you have the line chart and also the pie chart for the same. Okay. So you have the cumulative view, stacked view, descending as well as ascending order. That's it. Now under filter also, you have the certain filters are applied already. Okay, you have unassigned, my assigned partner, open opportunities, unread messages. Then you have the date section as well as the won and lost section. Okay, so that's it. Then group by, you have the same things which we have seen in the pipeline. Next, you have the pivot view of the same. So this is the pivot view. You have the option to add measure, insert it into spreadsheet. Okay. Then you have the option to flip axis, expand all, and also download the XLSX of the same. Okay, so here you can see the prorated revenue under different stages, and also you can see the total based on different months. Okay, then we have the list view. So under the list view, you can see the different opportunities. So if you expand it, you can see the things which comes under each, and you have the count also. So for April, we have 4, March 2. Okay, so you have the count also in the bracket, and here by clicking on the new, you can create a new one. Okay, so we've done it before, so I'm not explaining it in detail. And then you can see the different stages which are new, qualified, proposition 1 and all. Okay, so now let's go to the pipeline. Okay, so this is the pipeline analysis, which is the graph view. So you can see it's the stage, and you can see the stages are mentioned in different colors. And if you take the measure, you can see it's the count. Okay, so you can see different months like April, March, May, and undefined and all. Now this is the bar chart. You have line as well as pie chart. Okay, then you have the option to compare. Okay, comparison is possible based on previous period as well as previous year. Okay, so that's the comparison, and the filters and group by and all are same. Now let's go back to pivot view. So this is the pivot view of the pipeline analysis, where you have different stages as well as the days. So under each stage, you can see the expected revenue corresponding to different months. Then you have the cohort view. So this is the cohort view. You can see the created on date. Then you have the count, and then you have average, and also closed date by week. Okay, so this can be viewed based on day. So currently we've viewed it based on week. Then you have month and also year. So here those are the things, and we have the list view finally in the pipeline analysis. So this is the list view. You have the option to generate leads as well as create a new one. Okay, so that's it. And you have opportunities, contact, email, phone, company, salesperson, activities, my deadline, expected, revenue, stage and all. So that's the pipeline. Then you have the leads here. So under lead analysis, you have the graphical view, where you have the created on date as well as the count. Okay, the count can be seen. You can see the measure and count is there. And each color represents different sales teams. So this is the line chart of the same. Then you have the pie chart of the same. Okay, so you can see the different colors and all. You have the cumulative, ascending, descending. Okay, then we have the pivot view. So inside the pivot view, you have the different sales team, the count as well as the days. And you have 3 icons, which is flip axis, expand all, and also you have the option to download the XLSX. Okay, so here also you have the comparison, where you can compare it based on previous period and previous year. Then finally we have the list view for lead analysis. Okay, so you can see the lead things, which are like email, phone, company, assigned partner, country, salesperson, sales team, type, stage, and so on. Okay, now here you can create new lead as well as generate leads. Okay, now let's go to the activities which are scheduled. So this is the graph view. So currently we have 12 discussions. This is the count of the activity. I'm removing the filter. Okay, so this is the count. It's in blue color for the month March 2023. Okay, as you can see, if you go to the measures, you have only count there. And you can also insert this in spreadsheet. Then you have the line chart, pie chart for the same. Next, let's go to the pivot view of activities. So here also you can see the month, you can flip axis, you can see the count and the count of discussions. Okay. Next, we have the list view of activities. So you can see the activities which are here. You can't create one, you can only view the activities here in the list view. So you can see the completion date, and you have the option to export all. Then here's the completion date, assigned to, then you have the activity type, activity description, and company of the activities. Then you have the partnership. So under partnership analysis, you can see the different partnership levels, which are gold, silver, and bronze. And this is the turnover. So you can put this also inside the spreadsheet. Okay. So that's the turnover and all. You have the option to see the measures here. So it's turnover. If you want to change it to count, you can change it easily. And then you have the filter group by and all. So that's the pie chart and the line chart. Okay, so that's the reporting. If you want to insert it in spreadsheet, you can do that. Now let's go to the configuration. We'll keep the settings for last and start with sales team. So that's the sales team. And here you have a lot of teams. If you want to create a new one, simply go and click on the new button. Here's the sales team creation form. Under that, under that, put the name of the sales team. So I'm giving the name as North America. And if you want for that team, if you want quotations, pipeline, leads and all, just check the check boxes. And then you have the team details where you have the team leader. You can choose the team leader. I'm putting, Michelle admin, and you can, configure a custom domain for your team. Then you can choose accept emails from who and all. You have everyone, authenticated partners, followers only, and also authenticated employees. So currently you can choose from who all you want to accept mails. So let it be everyone. And then you have the company here and also the invoicing target. So while I was showing the sales team that graph view, there I've shown you the target and the target to be reached. So here I'm putting the target to 150. So this is the target. This is where you set the target per month. And you can add members here. So simply click on add and add the members here. So I'm adding Mark Demo. Select. Okay. So that's it. That's how you add a member to the team. So you can see the new team which we created right now. Now let's go to the activity types. So here is the place where you can set the activity like email, call, meeting and all. So let's create a new one. So I'm putting the name as schedule meeting. And then you have the action. So I'm putting it as meeting. The default user, I'm marking it as Michelle admin. If you don't give any user, this will be taken as the default user. Then you have the default summary. You can give the summary here. The default note also can be given there. So here I'm putting the default summary as discuss proposal. Okay, then you can provide the default note here. Then you have the next activity. So that is the chaining type. That is if you want to suggest next activity, or if you just click on that field, you can see trigger next activity. Okay, so those are the two chaining types. Whatever you want, you can choose it from here. So I'm putting it as suggest next activity. And the activity to suggest is chosen from the next field. So I'm putting it as call or meeting or whatever can be chosen. And then you have the email template. So for the time being, I'm choosing the email template, which is welcome demo. Okay, and then you have schedule before this much days. So I'm putting 1. So schedule after 1 days of the deadline. Okay, deadline of the previous activity. And after that, you can simply save it. So after 1 day of deadline, this will be suggested as the next activity. Then you have under pipeline tags and lost reasons. So let's open tags. So these are the tags. I'm going to create a new one, new, putting the name as new, saving it. Now from here, you can change the color also. Okay. So that's the tags. Now under that, you have lost reason. So whenever you are marking a, lead to lost, they are keeping on asking you the lost reason. So I've told you can set the lost reasons here and then you can use it there. So this is the place where you have the option to set lost reasons. So these are the reasons which are there in your system. Okay. So let's create a new one from the lost reasons. So for that, what you need is to go and click on the new button. Okay. So I'm clicking on new. Okay. And here I'm going to add the reason. So I'm putting like not applicable or something. So I'm putting some random lost reason. Okay. So after that, let's save it. And this can be used again as a lost reason. And then under configuration, you have the resellers. Under resellers, you have partner levels, partner activations, and also commission plans. So partner levels, as you know, it's gold, silver, and bronze. I'm going to add a new one called the platinum. Okay, and you can set the level weight. Okay, so you can set the level weight of the platinum, and then you have the sequence. So the sequence can be set, and if you want to keep it active, enable the button, and also you can add default commission plans. So currently there are no commission plans, that's why it's showing null. So I'm saving it. Now you can go to website and see this. So going back, and then you have the partner activations, open that, and then you have the activations here. Okay, so I'm going to create a new activation. So the activation can be given here. So let's create, and after that, for it to be active, you have to enable the button. And then you have the commission plans. There are none. Let's create a new one, giving the commission plan as new plan. The default product will be commission, so that will be taken as the default product. So commission is what we are doing, right? Then you have roles, and under roles you have the option to add the product category. So I'll add all saleable, and here let's choose the product. Okay, I'll do one thing, we'll change it to all, the product category, and then let's open the product. Okay, so here you have the product simple pen, I'm choosing that, and then you have the sale order template, which is simply the quotation template. So I'll add the 4% desk, and then if you want, you can add price list from here, and also you have the rate. Okay, you have the option to add rate, so I'm adding the rate here. Okay, then you have the checkbox here, you can check it if you want. Okay, and then next you have the maximum commission. So I'm putting the maximum commission amount to 100, and a commission plan has been created. Now you can save it and use it as a new plan. Okay, so that's the commission plan. Okay, let's go back. Then under configuration, you have the lead generation, where you have lead mining request as well as visit to lead rules. So let's open lead mining request. So here's a lead mining request which we created before. So if you remember, this was the one which we created while we were talking about the pipeline. So there you have the reference. What do you need? That is the 2 companies, how much count of companies you need. You have the option to give the countries, states, industries, filter on size, and the size of the company and all. So for this, you need what? Credit. So currently it's in error state. Okay, so you can retry it also. Okay, so that's the lead mining request, which is the lead enrichment. Now you have the visit to lead rules. Create new. I'm going to give the name as US visitors. And then you have the data tracking there. So you have companies and their contacts. Okay, so you can choose any one from them. And you can see 1 credit is consumed per visitor matching the website traffic conditions and whose company can be identified. So the thing is that for this you need credits. Okay, so if you want to keep it active, you can keep it active. Even if we don't have credits, I can show you how it's done. So you have the website tracking conditions. Okay, so where I've chosen the countries, you have the website, states, the URL expressions, and the sequence. Okay, so the sequence is there. So this is used to order the roles with same URL and countries. Roles with a lower sequence number will be proceeded first. Okay, and then you have the industries. So under industries, you have the option that is leave empty to always match. That is, Odoo will create lead if no match. Okay, and then so I'm leaving it as empty. Then this is the filter on size. That is, filter companies based on their size, and the company size can be set it from here as we've done before in the lead enrichment. It's exactly the same thing. Okay, then you have the opportunity data, where you have the option to select the type, which is opportunity. Then you have the suffix, the sales team, then you have the salesperson, tags, and priority. So I'm saving it. Okay, so after saving it, you can see. Okay, now let's go to the configuration, and finally we have the settings. Open the settings, and it's loading. Let's get. Okay, so first of all, we have the CRM, where you have the recurring revenues, sorry. So that is to refine recurring plans and revenues on opportunities. I'm enabling it. and let's save it. Okay, so saving it. Let's wait. Then you have the option to manage recurring plan. So after saving it, let's go inside the, not configuration. Okay, let it get loaded. So yes, we have the manage recurring plans. Click on that. And inside the manage recurring plans, you have the plans which are created. That is how often it should get repeated. We have monthly, weekly, over 3 years. Let me create new called weekly. And you have the months here. You can, add the number of months and all. So I'm putting in 0. Let's go back to settings. Okay. So inside the settings, you have leads. That is to add a qualification set before the creation of an opportunity. So it's a lead which becomes a opportunity. Okay. So that's the leads. It's already enabled in our system. Then you have multi-teams, which is to assign salesperson into multiple sales team. So a single salesperson can be assigned to multiple sales team. If there are 2 teams, which is A and B, if I am the salesperson, I can work for both teams. That is, I can be assigned to both the teams. Okay. So I'm enabling it. So it's possible here inside the CRM module. Then you have the predictive lead score. That is, the success rate is computed based on stage, phone, quality and email quality for the leads created as of the 3/23/23. Okay. So this is to, this was the percentage which I've shown you while we were creating a lead. Then you have role-based assignment. Okay. So there you have periodically assigned leads based on rules. All sales team will be using the settings by default unless specified otherwise. So under running, you have manually, repeatedly. Okay, so whatever is your need, you can choose that from here. Then you have the lead generation. So under lead generation, you have lead enrichment, lead mining and visit to leads. So lead enrichment, you have 2, which is enrich leads on demand only and enrich all leads automatically. Okay, so for all these things, you need credits. Okay, then you have the lead mining as well as the visit to leads. As I said before, you need credits to do all these things. So the lead mining is to generate new leads based on the country, industry or size. Okay, so for that also we need credits. And then you have visits to leads. That is to convert visitors of your website into leads and perform data enrichment based on their IP address. So that's it, the lead generation. Okay, then you have the partner commissions. So for that, we have automatic PO frequency as well as minimum PO amount total. So frequency at which purchase orders will be automatically confirmed. That is the automatic PO frequency. That frequency can be chosen here, like monthly, weekly and all. Then you have the minimum PO amount total. That is the required minimum amount total needed to automatically confirm purchase orders. So you can set an amount there, and only if you have that minimum amount, the purchase order will be confirmed. So these are the things which comes under settings. That's all about the settings of CRM. So these are the main things which comes under the CRM module. Okay, and we have a lot of other things as well. This was just an overview to the CRM module. So in all the details or all the other operations will be done as other videos. That's all about the CRM. I hope it's clear. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.